What is going on, everybody? Brick Builder here, and welcome to some Minecraft Feed the Beast Horizons 3. Today we've got a lot of goals we're going to be accomplishing. In the last episode, we powered these reinforced furnaces as well as make some really good tools with silenced gems. And to start it off, we're going to be making some really good tools, but there's not going to be tools. The tool is going to be armor we're going to be making. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make this. But to do that, we're going to need to make this. So to begin, we need to make this. It's a lot of, we got to make this to make that to make this type formula right off the bat here. So we just got to dive right into it. So first we're going to need a bunch of this. We need 4 of that. Of course, we only have 3. So I need to get a little bit more redstone out of another chest for that. But we're going to be making the, the enriched chaos essence, which is better than the other. Then, once we have that, we need lapis and 4 diamonds. We take a lapis and we're going to pop 4 diamonds into this. This should be better than diamond armor if I recall correctly, so it should be worth it in the long run. And then what we go do is we're going to be making the sets of armor pieces out of this. This is kind of like the framing for your armor. It's not actually usable, as you can see. You can't put it on, obviously, but that will be used to make armor. And we're going to be making armor out of black diamonds, because just look at the protection. It's got an 18 protection rate and pretty good durability. So for me, that's really good. Now we're gonna need to make a bunch of these supercharged ones, because I'm gonna make supercharged armor. So we're going to need some of these. So let's go ahead and make up these right now. And then you go like this, and you throw the piece and boom. And we're going to need to get a little bit more of them. Hopefully we have, and we don't have to go mining. We might even have to go mining for this, which is going to be a situation, because I don't know if we have any more black diamond, which might be a problem, because I kind of wanted to make the whole set of armor out of black diamond. But maybe that dream won't be coming to fruition. I probably should have thought about this before I actually used up the black diamond, but I didn't. I'm dumb. So it seems like we're going to be making something else out of another type of material. Do we have any others that have protection 18? We have this. We might be using that. We got to see what's the next best thing to use, because we kind of ran out, which sucks. Oh my god, this is 20. We should have used this for everything. The topaz. Why didn't we? I don't know. Whatever. Well, we're going to make the other part of it out of topaz. That seems like a good plan if you ask me. So we're just going to, we can do this. We got it. Go like that. Go like that. Line that there and line that there. And that'll give us 4. See, it's a fairly expensive recipe. That's the thing. Because it uses 2 and you get 1. So that's why we ran out of black diamond. I didn't calculate for that. But now we have supercharged topaz leggings. And not our iron boots. But these are going to go in there. And boom. We have that. Now we're going to want to apply some enchantments soon, but I'm just going to make sure I have all the enchants I want before going ahead and doing that. Okay, so I definitely have the enchantments that I want to put on this stuff. So to begin, we're going to be throwing 4 levels of protection on each piece of gear, which should help out a ton just with getting the overall, damage protection from it up. Then we're going to be throwing respiration onto the helmet. And then onto the boots, we're going to throw Depth Strider. We're not going to do a ton of enchants, because truthfully, we don't need a lot of different enchants. We kind of have everything we need just from this now. So we're going to go ahead and put this armor on and take a little peek. Look at me now. Look at me. This is pretty cool armor, if you ask me. And see, we have an extra shirt there from the armor. That's how strong this stuff is. And realistically, building the whole thing out of, this different materials is kind of cool. I mean, I like the style we got of this. We're kind of like the Black Panther, in a sense. On the top half, we can be like, I don't know, some kind of cool superhero. And then on the bottom, I guess we're kind of like a tiger or something. But either way, that's pretty cool. But one thing that JSM did, he's like the person who lives in the base, technically. Over here, now we have sneaky false blocks to get through to this generator. So there's no more having to, constantly break these blocks. It's a sneaky block, and I like it. But we're going to move these over to here, because I'd rather them be sneaky here. You know what I mean? So it actually just mends into the wall. Seems like a pretty nice plan if you ask me. Just hopefully we can find it when we need to get in. And then also I've been adding a little bit of blue netherrack just around the place, just trying to get a little bit more you know, detail into the place. Try to get some more color, because that's the thing I'm working on. And then also, we have a room down here I'm going to be digging out, and at some point in the future, adding stuff in. But we do have a bit of goals for today's episode, so we should dive right on in. Okay, so the first thing I want to make is a forester. Which to do that, we're going to need a decent chunk of very basic things. It's really not that complicated to craft, actually, like at all. So we need 3 furnaces. That's a relatively easy thing to do. We're going to need 2 logs, which I can also get relatively easily. There we go, 2 logs. We're going to need to make a daylight center, so we're going to need slabs. We're going to need quartz. And then we're going to need some of this glass to make panes. And then also we need 2 iron ingots, which we can get right from there. So this doesn't seem like a hard recipe at all. We need to grab our slab material here because we're 1 wood short. So there we go. And then we can go ahead and do that. Also, for anyone who is wondering how I just got those items out of there, it is mouse tweaks that did that. So it's a thing we can use. These have to be full blocks of glass, not that. I am an idiot. But we have, so we're good. It's okay. No big deal. Boom. And then forester. Boom. So we're going to be setting up this forester, which is going to be very cool. But I got to figure out where we're going to put it. Alrighty, so I figured out where I want to put this. But we're going to need to run power to it. And the best way to do that is with these leadstone pipes. A few episodes ago, when I actually decided I was going to set up pipes, I built a way more complicated pipe than I needed to, which was really dumb. I should have made a more simpler version, but I ended up making a super complicated and unnecessary pipe, and the sheer difference is the amount of power fueled that comes out of it. So the pipes that I put over here in the room, the yellow pipes here, the redstone energy flux ducts, are just too much power for the things we need. So basically I just made something stronger than we needed, but it's no huge deal. But for this, we're going to stick to the leadstones just because they're a little bit more basic, and I'm going to stick with basic at this point. So we're going to need to run power, though, out of this into where we want it to go. So we need to get back into our little room, which realistically this is not the most ideal system, but it's whatever. And we're going to run it from over here. This side of the generator is going to run out of this pipage here, and we're going to get this up to the surface, which is right over here. So we're just going to dig this under, because we're going to put this right here. Okay, so underneath this is going to be power. I want to run the power cord right through here. That way you won't be able to see it, but it'll be a good way to power everything. So we're going to go like this. Come on now. And let's see. There we go. We got that. So now we just run this through. Not like that. You just run this down the line here. And then let's go over here and we'll start running it from this way. Boom, boom, boom. Because we're going to need to have this cord fully going across if we want to get any form of power to spawn. But we're going to need a little bit more of the actual system. Okay, wait. These down here are a little bit lower. So we should bring this up to this level. Where's the level of the other pipes is what I want to know. They're right here. So we got to connect this down. That'll work. Okay, cool. And then we just got to grab a few more pipes from the top. And then we should have all the pipage we need to actually do this thing. It should be quite interesting. And then we're going to actually use this forester to set up a relatively basic but super useful farm for wood and saplings and stuff, which is going to just come in handy overall. So then we go like this. And there we go. Now we got to cover all this up. But this thing here should be getting power. As you can see, it says it that it is. So that is quite nice. Now, yes, we could have used the faster power cords, but we don't really need to. Those are a little bit more expensive to make as well. So that wasn't really a necessary evil in my opinion. Now, we do need to feed this thing saplings. So let's go ahead and give it some spruce saplings just because we have a ton on our person. So we can go ahead and throw those right in there and boom. Okay, preview hidden. So see, it does a pretty wide area of treeage. That's not the right word, but it's the word we're going to use. So we do need to kind of dig out some of this area so it can actually, you know, do its thing, basically. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna cover this out from that level instead. And then we're gonna start, you know, working it out. So, requires redstone. No. See, just look at that. Now it grows like crazy. And once these grow, it's gonna chop them, which is quite convenient. But we're gonna go ahead and test this thing out, give it a little bit of a test, since I've not personally used this forester, but it seems relatively basic from what I have here. And I'm okay with basic, simple things. Sometimes simple is beautiful. So let's go ahead and bone meal up one of these trees and see what it does. Okay, now what? Are you gonna chop the tree is what I want to know. Okay, it's slowly starting to chop the tree. I believe the leaves are being chopped. So, okay, it does break the leaves. So the actual efficiency of it is kind of not the most efficient, to say the least. I want to know where all the wood is going to go. That's my question. That's what I want to see, is where all the wood goes. Because we might set up a system where the wood goes somewhere else. So we gotta wait and see for this tree to be chopped. So this is gonna take a tiny chunk of time. So in the meantime, let me get some different saplings out, because we can do that. Oh, here we go. We have more of those bad boys. We're gonna feed this thing. Just having an auto wood farm will be super convenient, just to have a constant supply of wood. That way we don't have to chop it ourselves, because, you know, super convenient if it can do it for us. So let's go ahead and throw those there. I want this to break faster, but it's not going to. So we got a little bit of time for that. In the meantime, since we do have a tiny bit of, you know, mementos until, I'd like to get, where is it? Where are bones? I'd like to get a little bit more bone meal, and I'd like to really grow a few more trees, just so we have these grown. And boom. Okay, that's not, okay, that's the one downside to this, is actually the, like, efficiency of the trees being right next to each other. Isn't really a thing. Okay, so is it breaking the small tree now? Okay, I'm okay with that. Break the small tree. That should be easier. I'm gonna help it. Let's get this over with first. Boom. Okay, let's see how this works now. I want to know how this machine operates before I go any further, if we need to do anything as far as storage goes, or if we're already good on what it has in there. Because we can set up a system where it'll take any of the logs by blacklisting the saplings, but I want to know how this works first before we actually go. So we gotta wait. This thing is taking a little bit of time, and now it's raining, of course. Also, I have a magnetize effect, so like it magnetizes items towards me, which is a little bit convenient. So I like that. It's just useful for modded to do stuff like that. And for the record, while we're here, let me just take a quick little peek at any of our other, you know, ability buffs, anyone that I might want, because if there is, we can go ahead and use it. We already have most of them though, so that's the issue. Like, they're not all that hard to come by. The one we're looking for still is obviously flight, strength, stuff like that. We're still obviously trying to get, but besides that, we kind of have everything else. Also, I have an extra inventory up here. That is from an inventory cake. You get these by crafting or exploring throughout the world. I got mine from exploring, and you just eat it and boom, now you have this big inventory up here, which is really awesome. So that's quite cool. How's the power on this thing going? Okay, the power on it's constantly fluctuating, so that's gonna be a bit of an issue. It means the pipes are not running fast enough. We could, in theory, try this. Let's try and see. Since we got a little bit of time, we can try to swap pipes, maybe? I don't know if this is going to be the right decision or not, but we can technically do it. So break these. Alright, get me back here. Change these out. And change all of those. Boom. We can change those over to leadstones like they are over here. And actually just leadstone the whole system over here. But we're going to probably need a few more pipes to do it, so we might have to do a little bit of crafting, but it won't be too much, so it's no big deal. Boom, 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 boom. And then, yeah, let's get a few more leadstones in. Although, how do I get out of here? I have to come all the way down and then go around. Okay, that's convenient. Whatever. So, let's go ahead. We're going to throw these back on. They store their power, which is convenient. Now, where... Okay, we're going to need leadstone. We need redstone. And then we go like this. And boom, we're going to have some more of these bad boys. These things are going to come in handy throughout the season, of course. They're kind of early game pipes, though, so they're not like the most ideal in the world. But they'll suit the needs of what I'm going for now, and that'll work out okay, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and just, you know, deal with it, I guess. And we need to dig out some space. Okay, the pipe situation in the base is definitely not going to be the greatest. I'm never organized with my pipe problems, but whatever. So we go like that, and boom, now this is getting power. Next, over here, we're going to go like boom, and keep throwing these on. The thing is, I don't actually think we're going to have nearly enough of these bad boys to do what I want to do. So it might be a little bit before we actually have our quote-unquote dream pipe setup. Where are all these pipes running to is my question. Okay, what is happening? Pipes are getting me confused now. Why do these go up is what I want to know. Where do these go from here? They connect. What is happening? I'm very confused by my own pipe setup. See, these, oh my god, you don't even have to go up. Are you kidding me? Okay, boom. Oh, because it goes down. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. The pipes are going down to connect over here. Okay, that would make a lot of sense. This is going to be a lot of pipes to actually make with these, so I think we're just going to have to deal with the kind of slower pipe setup for now. Just because, I mean, like these are not, we don't have nearly enough of them to be able to consistently run them. That's going to be a problem to actually using this pipe. But we'll go ahead and do it anyway and just, you know, to swap them out since what's done is done. But for the record, if you look at those flux ducts, this is how you make them. You have to craft this first, which is electrum, and then hardened glass, and then you have to put destabilized redstone in them. And we did that all in the last episode, and it took us a long time just to get a few basic pipes. So I'm not majorly into doing that again, if it can be avoided. So yeah, okay, where does all this stuff go? Okay, the wood doesn't get picked up. See, that's a situation now we have to figure out. So, what do we have as far as magnet? Do we have any magnetizing things? What do we have? An item magnet. Okay, we do. That's going to come in handy. Okay, so purple dye is, we need a little bit of lapis, and we need a red flower. Good thing there's one right over here, I believe, right? Because we need to get these items pulled. That's an orange? Oh no, it's red. Okay, cool. Alright, beautiful. Because we're going to need to get these items to be pulled into some chest type setup if we're going to make this work. And then we need coal and we need iron. Those are both relatively easy to come by, so I'm not going to complain about that. Boom. Okay. I need to know how these work, is the question. Okay, so pulls items XP every 100 ticks. Can we turn on by giving it redstone power? Okay, so now we're going to need redstone torches. Where's my redstone at? Right over here. Boom. Alright, we can make one more group of these four. We might, I don't know, do we need to cover the whole floor with these, or do they not? That's the one question I have, is like, what's the range on them? And then what we're going to do is, to test this, we're going to make a hopper into a chest. And we're going to go ahead and make, not an iron chest, but a gold one. We have a diamond one at our fish farm, but we're not going to do the same for this, just because as useful as this is, it's not like a necessity at that extent. So, I assume we throw this here. Underneath it, we can throw that. Well, actually, maybe we can power this from the side, and then throw the gold chest here, and then move this for a second. Go ahead and throw the hopper connectivity around here. Hopefully that'll work, right? Yes. Then pull all the items with this. And then we go down like this, and boom. That shouldn't stop the hopper from working. Oh wait, well the items don't go through the hopper with this. Okay, that's a problem. That's a situation. Okay, well we're gonna need to figure out a better way of doing this, so let me think of what we're gonna do, and then I'll come back. Here we go. This is gonna be it. We're gonna make a item collector, which is a vacuum chest, basically. It'll work out pretty good. It's from Cyclic, like all the other things we've been doing in today's episode, outside of the armor. But it should be pretty good. I think it'll work out. We need to find a ton of iron. That's the one thing. There we go. So we're gonna need to make a few more of these dongers here. go ahead and have those dinghies, and boom. There we go. Now we have hoppers that we're going to need. And then you go over here. We're going to make droppers, which need cobblestone. There we go. Make 2 of those bad boys. All I want is 2. I don't need more. And then we need lapis block. We should have that. It's pretty easy. And give me a full block of this. Boom. And is that just it? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now I do want to actually try to be able to pull a hopper out of this thing and see if that'll work, so like we can take it and put it into a gold chest instead, because that would be quite convenient to be able to do if possible. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this thing down here, change the size. How do we, oh, I wanted this as big as it can be, and I'm not, let's see, how big is this thing is the question. Let's test this over here. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17, I think 17. So we're gonna want this thing here to have a 17 by 17 thing size. Boom. Then we're gonna need to cover up the pipage that we put over here again, just because we don't want the pipes to be exposed. That's never the right decision. But we go ahead like this, and then let's see, when will this thing start pulling items is my question. Requires redstone, always on. Okay, so that stuff goes in there. Boom. Okay. Cool. That'll help out nicely. Now, my next question is, actually, what do we have as far as, can we just pipe it into a chest in our base? Because that'd be really convenient. What do we have as far as item ducts go? Item duct. Glass and tin. Okay, that seems... Or we could just make the opaque ones. That'll be easier, yeah. Tin and lead, okay. Tin, where are you at? And lead, we're gonna need both. So let's go ahead and try to find those. We really should organize these chests. Tin and lead, okay, cool. We're gonna make a bunch of these bad boys. And we're gonna go ahead and filter it into a chest, which we will throw right over here. And then pipe. And we're gonna pipe this out to the front. And yeah, this is our fancy door that opens automatically over here. JSM built this. It's just so that way the iron door is kind of like conveniently, you know, positioned in a way where you don't even have to actually like power it to be able to leave, which is super cool and useful. Okay, so we need to get this over to here. So that's going to be a thing we have to do. Also, this might screw up our mine, but it's whatever. The mine is collateral damage. Like there's more important things than the mine right now, essentially. Okay, there's a ghost block. Break you. That's the one thing about having such a fast tool is you get ghost blocks. And here we go. Run this pipe through here. And then just keep on going through like this. And then once we get over to the mine, we're going to go down. So that way we don't actually ruin the mine, because I don't really want this to be ruined. So we're going to pull this down underneath here. Like so. Boom. And then we can put a block on top of it, and you won't even know about it, which is great. So that's super convenient. And then we are going to keep doing the same type setup. We're going to pull this up over here, and then once we, you know, have access, we can just block that off, which is quite nice. And then we're going to throw back all of this dirt around here, just cover this whole thing up. You'll never know that there's a pipe running underneath here unless you watch this episode, so it'll be fine. And then we put a block everywhere besides here. This will pick up stuff. Filter, we're gonna possibly filter out saplings, but I don't know if we're gonna need to, because this thing picks up saplings, right? It does. Okay, I think so. Hopefully it will keep, you know, saplings going. We won't have to refill it. If so, it's not the end of the world to have to refill it though anyway. So then we're gonna throw this through here and give me these pipage here, which this is, you know, going to be an easy task. It won't be difficult to do. And then, okay, right over here, you go like that. And now this should, in theory, be operational in about a second. I believe. Why are these not currently working? Do they need servos or something? They might need servos, or maybe this thing isn't actually exporting. That would be what makes the most sense. Are these not this is not currently exporting, correct? Okay. Well, maybe this needs to be moved to the bottom, because some things export in different spaces. Or how does this work as far as the export goes? Do we have to put it on top? And that's unfortunate right there. Giant triggers right on top of me. I don't want that kind of stuff in my life. Why? Okay, I don't know why it's not exporting, so let me figure that out, and I'll come back to you in just a second. Yeah, I was right. You just need a servo, so it's not like I wasn't, you know, that dumb. We needed to have a servo, which we didn't have. So I'm gonna need 2 pieces of sand to make some glass. Give me this. Quickly here, let's go. See, these things, they do work. They're not the most fast, but they're easier to use with the power system we made in the last episode. So that's good. Plus, if we ever want to upgrade to a different type of furnace here, we can. So then we're going to make 2 servos. I don't know if we're going to need 2, but we're definitely going to make 2 just to be safe rather than sorry. Let's come over here. There's a lot of stuff being grown, which is a tad bit inconvenient, being as we're working right over here, but I'm not going to, like, stop production of it or something. Okay. Blacklist. Why are items not being pulled? Pull. Okay. Stack size extracted. It should be there. And, oh, redstone disabled. That should help a little bit. What else do we need to do to have this fixed? Why are you not pulling items? You should be pulling items. Well, let's go ahead and put this one on the other side just to be safe. And we're going to do some testing until we figure this out. Ta-da! There we go. It'll throw the materials into this chest in the base. And the way that works is we have a pipe here running throughout the system, but it goes all through here, comes around, and then it pops right down here, and then this pulls out of this hopper. So when something's in here, like let's say the saplings, they go into this hopper, and they get pulled. So it's just constantly flowing these in, they constantly get pulled. It's a pretty effective system. But now we got to explain how it works to sum it all up. So, okay, the way it works is this thing here plants the trees from the trees being planted from the forester. Then they harvest. This needs to be left uncovered, I'm pretty sure. Does it actually? Let's test that. Let's throw these here. Does it need to be uncovered? I'm going to go with yes, it does. Right? I don't even know. Does it have to be or does it not? Okay, either way, we're going to leave it like that. Let's go with that. But, so then we have this item collector here vacuuming in a 17x7 distance. That's always on as well. So this will constantly be running as long as we're, you know, around here. So this will just break the trees. It does take a little bit of time. Any saplings and stuff we get will go through the pipe system and should out pop over here. So it's a quite convenient system. If you guys did enjoy today's episode where we build the tree farm, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe though, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Thanks so much for watching.